Hi, welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. This is Dee. We're going to be checking out videos on Section 8 because this has been sparking a lot of conversation. President Trump is actually trying to limit Section 8. It's supposed to be an assistance that actually helps family get from point A to point B, you understand, with their life when going through difficulty. So, well, now people are on this Section 8 actually sad and worried about the whole situation, and they hate that there's going to be a limitation on how many years they can actually be on it, while some people are very excited and happy that this is happening because they feel like a lot of other people that need assistance, some people have been on a wait time that has been years and years, 7 years, 11 years, 10 years. Like, people really have different stories of how long they've been waiting on this, and some people getting rejected. So we're going to be checking out this video and deep diving into it and checking out people's commentary and their thoughts on the situation. But before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
So I'm hearing that they're supposed to be doing away with Section 8. I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, it's about time. We got too many people that's taking advantage of the system. Too many people sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And guess what? We tired of it. Us working people are paying for you to sit around and do nothing. So while we out working 2 and 3 jobs, busting our chops and missing time away from our family, y'all at home chilling. Y'all up on the new Jordans, all the new clothes, all the new gadgets and gadgets, all the jewelry, all the bling, and all our hard-working money is going to food in the house and bills. We can't even spend that money on ourselves. More time at work than it is at home. It's not fair. It's time to get up, y'all. If you ain't disabled, if you have 2 working hands and 2 working feet, you gonna get up and you gonna get to work. It's the harsh reality.
Section 8, baby, let's talk about it. Section 8 is a blessing. It was created to help people who are struggling, not as a trap, but as a trampoline. It's supposed to give folks room to breathe while they rebuild. Mentally, financially, emotionally, spiritually. Let's be real, not everybody uses this like that. Instead of elevating, some people are doing everything that they can to stay stuck. And it's not because they can't grow. It's because they've grown comfortable in struggle. The first thing is, if I make too much money, they'll raise my rent. So instead of leveling up their income, people start turning down hours, quitting jobs, choosing under the table work. They can keep their rent low. They fear abundance because they believe to condition that more success equals less support. What they don't realize is they're capping their own potential just to stay small. A lot of people feel like, why leave if I'm comfortable? Some folks get used to paying $0 to $20 of rent, so they just stop striving. They stop planning to own a home, improving their credit, or breaking generational curses. They just sit. Meanwhile, people with the real needs, single mom with disabled kids, the elderly, folks on disability, are sitting on the waiting list for years. They attach their identity to struggle. Struggle becomes familiar. Growth feels uncomfortable. So they stay where it's safe. They don't have to change, risk, or expand. It's not always laziness. Sometimes it's trauma and fear. But the result is the same. They block their own elevation. Some people like to game the system. Lying about who lives in the home, not reporting full income, having partners who live rent-free but aren't on the lease. Then they'll get mad at the system, and they're the ones manipulating it. This isn't survival anymore, baby. That's entitlement. But here's who hurts in the process. Disabled parent who's trying to get safe housing for their child in a wheelchair. Young G woman fresh out of a DV relationship who's working 2 jobs and still can't afford rent or a place to stay. Grandmother who's raising her grandkids with no support and no place to stay. They're not asking for handouts. They're asking for a chance. The chance is taken by people who don't want to grow because their rent will change. Section 8 is not the problem. The mindset is. Let's be clear, crystal fucking clear. This is not about race either. White people are on Section 8, Hispanic folks, Asians, Black people. Okay, so it's nothing about race. This isn't a race issue. It's a personal responsibility issue. We need to stop letting shame, comfort, or fear keeping us from stepping up or stepping off when the time is right. Nobody is saying get off tomorrow. Nobody is saying that you don't deserve help. I'm not saying that. If you're sitting on Section 8 year after year, not working, not growing, not healing, not planning for better, then you're blocking someone else's breakthrough. Use it to heal. Use it to breathe. But most of all, use it to elevate. Because Section 8 isn't supposed to be forever. It's supposed to be your bounce back. And y'all know I had to add this in there. Some of y'all are not stuck because of the system. You stuck because of your own fucking mindset. And you need to realize that. Having boyfriends live in your house, rent-free, not helping you pay a dime, and allowing you to sit on Section 8 is diabolical. Not only is it a violation of your lease, baby, it's a violation of your peace. Do you hear me? Not only are you risking your fucking voucher, you're risking your kid's stability and your safety just to say you have a man in your bed. And let's be real, most of the time, these type of dudes are not building you up. They're bringing chaos, drama, toxic energy, and most especially illegal activity to your home. You're doing everything to protect a grown man while risking the one thing that's keeping housing over your head. Protect that voucher, boo. There's people out here that have been waiting on the Section 8 waiting list for years. They've been in DV relationships and going through the most terrible things, and they really need it. And some of y'all have the opportunity, and you're fucking it up, and you're playing with it. Hey, it's your life. Live how you want to live, but don't complain about what the system not doing when you're not doing nothing to elevate your fucking life.
Not it's actually an inheritance now. I'm just finding that out, that actually people actually pass Section 8 down like it's supposed to be a generational wealth. Like they are literally turning it to like a permanent thing where they pass it down.
Now that they finna take Section 8, y'all favorite line is, oh, the mother don't have Section 8 just mad. We ain't mad. Y'all mad because they taking. Only reason we were ever mad is because you will sit on that Section 8 for 10 generations. What the motherfucker only feel away because now they're finna take it away, and all my fucking years of living, I can't even get in there. So yeah, Grandma Lucinda gotta come up off of that. Sorry. And to make matters worse, did y'all know that if your mama had Section 8 and she passed away, it get passed down to her kids? This ain't no generational wealth around it. I honestly thought Section 8 was to help motherfuckers get on their feet. After about 3 to 5 years, you bitches should be on y'all feet by now. Am I wrong? It's my just growing up, getting their cribs, they 18 and shit, don't even know where to start, gotta jump right into paying $1,500 worth of rent. And you bitch 55, 40, all type of shit on Section 8, paying $100 on the rent and shit. No, I'm tired of that. So no, we're not mad. We just mad because we never been able to get the fucking assistance because y'all sit up on it all fucking this time.
You guys can be mad at me all you want, but Section 8 doesn't know that you just dropped $3,000 on your daughter's prom. I have a neighbor who has been on Section 8. Do you know that her portion of rent is $300 and change? Do you know that my landlord had to take her to court for eviction? She's got 3 kids in a 4-bedroom apartment. My landlord had to take her to court for eviction to get his money. She was like 6 months behind. You don't have $300? You don't have $300. Me, I'm paying just about $2,100 cash, no assistance. And I struggle too. You don't have $300? And it's not that a lot of these people don't have $300, it's just that they're not willing to pay it. They're not gonna pay it. Because it's the feast of the famine, and they know that they have these systems to back them up. I know because I lived it and I did it.
Trump is not wrong for limited amount of years that you could be on Section 8. Let's be real. Some of these people been on Section 8 since I was a kid, and I'm 19 years old. You've been on Section 8 for 19 years. No, it's time for your lazy ass to get off of Section 8 and get the fucking work. No shame. Like, people use Section 8 as just a clutch and just spend their money on whatever they want, get their little cheap rent, and then they stay on it. And then the younger girls, we having kids and they can't really get no jobs, especially in a time like right now. It's like, girl, that's not fair. I don't feel bad for none of them. Unless they disabled, unless some people, the only people I feel bad for is disabled or very elderly people that cannot work. But if you are in your 30s, 40s, and low-key your late 20s too, and you can work, like I'm talking about, you can go get you a career, I don't feel bad for you getting kicked off Section 8 because you've been on there for 10, 20 years. No shade. In Georgia, to qualify for Section 8, I think it's $40,000. You can only make $40,000 a year for a 4-person household. So if a household with a mama, daddy, and 2 kids, they make $40K a year and they're on Section 8 paying $500 in rent. Mind you, $40,000 a year is around, what, $3,000 some dollars a month? If you can't save at least $1,000 while you on Section 8, your ass don't deserve to be on there. Like, if you on there for 2 years, you can't save at least $10, $20, $30, $40,000 to, you know what I'm saying, restart your life and get your life back on track. Baby, you do not deserve to be on there. Because some of y'all get y'all cheap rent and then y'all gonna splurge y'all money on a whole bunch of other shit. And then the young mamas try to get on Section 8 and they can't because all these old motherfuckers making money and not trying to get off of it. No shade. I don't feel bad.
Hey guys, you know what proves our theory about the low income housing? You know what proves our theory? You my comments wanting to tussle because I said that low income housing vouchers and Section 8 vouchers should not be lifetime and are not generational and are not something that should be passed down. Okay? You guys want to tussle because I said you should not be renting a Rolls Royce for prom if you fucking have to use a 2-zone bus card to get to work every day. That's what I said. That's what I said. Yes, I did say that. Okay? But you guys want to tussle. Y'all want to tussle. So y'all are arguing with me. Go argue with Trump. You guys are acting like I'm like snatching your Section 8 vouchers, snatching your low-income housing. All we're saying is that if your legs work, you should not be abusing the system. Why are you on low-income housing for that long? Second off, if you have to hide your man when that Section 8 inspector comes, that's a problem. And the YT man is not the problem. You want to tell me? Let me tell you why. Okay, you're the problem. So you mean to tell me that not only have you had 2 incomes and one that went unreported because you hid your man when Section 8 came through to do their inspection? You know how y'all do that? I know because I seen my family members do it, all right? I seen it happen before. So you mean to tell me your rent has been $326 a month and you've been with Tyrone or Kevin for 25 years and his incomes never got reported. You got over on the system and you still can't afford to go anywhere? It's the white man's fault. As a black person, I need my community to start being accountable. You guys don't like a social issue and you damn sure hate accountability and you mother won't pay if we read you. You guys won't read if we pay you, I mean. Respectfully, I'm not the problem. You are. I'm trying to give you the cheat code as someone that grew up low income, but you guys don't want to hear it. You guys want to get in here and troll. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm going to just block you. Anybody that wants to say, when you say derogatory, nasty things to people because somebody said you shouldn't be abusing the low-income housing system, it already lets me know that you're abusing the low-income housing system. You're on the internet trying to abuse me for talking about it, so I know you're abusing it. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Now, Trump's push to actually limit the Section 8, some are actually calling it cruelty, while some people are actually seeing it as will be pushing fairness among people in general. A lot of critics say that it's targeting vulnerable families due to a lot of the time, maybe some people do not even have the chance to actually, do something better with their life or earn more money or actually improve financially because of the wage stagnation and how the economy is right now. Like, it's a very terrible time. We all know how things have become so expensive, and right now it's a really challenging time for people to actually try to actually move out of like their financial difficulty. It's not a chance, or the economy does not actually favor that situation. So this might actually be harming a lot of vulnerable people that are in a very serious critical state. Both sides actually have a point. To me, I feel like listening to both sides, those who do not have assistance are actually excited that this stuff might help other people, and those who actually feel like, oh, they are on that Section 8 and they are actually very hurt about the situation and the limitation on it. I feel like all of them all have a point when you listen.
Hey guys, yes, it's true that the White House is proposing to eliminate the Section 8 voucher program, and what they want to do is basically put a time limit, which is a 2-year time limit on all able-bodied citizens. So if you're able-bodied, meaning that you're not a veteran, you're not disabled, you're not elderly, if you're able-bodied and can work, and you're going to have a 2-year time. That's what they're proposing, a 2-year time limit, and that's no more Section 8. So with that being said, you're probably saying, okay, Alicia, what am I going to do? I'm going to tell you what I've been stating for the last few months. You go back and look at some of my videos. I've been talking about the Family Self-Sufficiency Program. If you do not have a job, if you do not have a trade, if you do not have anything, sign up for that program. Call your Section 8 office and talk to your Family Self-Sufficiency. Get in that program. Get you some kind of certificate. Whatever you like to do, whatever your passion is, turn your passion into your purpose. Come up with some funds, because eventually, if they do eliminate the Section 8 program or they give you a 2-year, you need to have a plan. You need to, if you don't have an education, that's why the Family Self-Sufficient will pay for you. If you don't have a job, but you say, Alicia, I already have, I'm a phlebotomist. I just can't find a job. The family self-sufficiency will help you look for a job. And also they help you with the home ownership. The ultimate goal is home ownership. So with that being said, they are cutting these programs. These are the proposed. What they're gonna do, they're proposing to cut the Section 8 voucher program and give block grants to the state. And the state's going to get less money, so whatever they do with the money as far as in with housing, but they're trying to eliminate the Section 8 program and give a time limit. I knew there was going to be a time limit, but 2 years? No, I'm thinking 5 years. But no, they want to do 2 years. And they're giving time limits. I don't know if you all know yet, they're giving time limits on SNAP benefits. They already started here in Texas. If you're working or not working after a certain amount of time, you cannot get SNAP benefits anymore. So with that being said, there's a lot of cuts and a lot of elimination. Warning come before destruction. I've been saying it for months. That's why I'm stating, please get in these programs, get the education, come up with a plan B. Faith without works is dead. So you need to start working on your plan B, start working on your education, whatever, because if you ever in a situation, you want to be able to provide for you and your children. So with that being said, contact your local worker, your Section 8 worker, for the family self-sufficiency program so that you can, get enrolled in it. If you're in Houston, the classes are every other Wednesday. The orientation, give me a call. A call or inbox or whatever, or email me so that I can hurry up and get you, give you the information so you can get signed up. So with that being said, y'all guys, be blessed, but be prepared and be ready. It's a lot going on right now in this economy. Everything's a lot going on. So just be prepared.
Because I feel like this is something that's supposed to assist you to, do something with your life, figure out how to, get off of it. Like that's what you're supposed to be doing. Work hard, get some money and get off of it so other people can actually use it to help themselves come up and pay their debts or whatever they need to do with their life. So but when it has become a situation where some people actually hold on to it permanently and you feel like this is something I'm gonna sit on and I'm not letting it go, then now that's a problem. So that's the reason why you have a lot of people who are excited and happy that finally, actually people holding on to it for years is where the backlash comes from, because it's like there are a lot of people who have been sitting on the waiting list. The waiting list is really, really long and takes so much time for some people to even get rejected or even get accepted. So with that being the case, that's the reason why a lot of people are actually annoyed and angry with it. Honestly, we need to look at the bigger picture of this. Like the whole thing is the housing crisis is still there. Like yes, you might limit the Section 8, but the situation is there's still housing crisis, there's wage stagnation, people are actually struggling to get affordable houses. It's almost impossible for people to be able to buy houses nowadays, and it's like all this type of things when you think of it. And then the rent are actually ridiculous. The previous video I made before this was actually about rent, and you can see how people have been ranting and complaining about how the rent prices are actually ridiculous too. So it's like if you want to get people out of this, you want to limit the Section 8 thing. What about the real struggle that come with paying your rent, being able to afford a house? Like all those things are still there regardless. You can limit it all you want, but then there's a bigger problem that needs to be solved. They need to be actually increased wages on so that people can actually be able to afford their life and be able to survive without struggling so deeply and suffering. So whether you are for it or against it, let us not lose sight of what really matters here. It's about creating a system that actually helps people move forward and not just kick them to the side without a plan. I know there are a lot of people who actually misuse this support systems, but at the end of the day, there are still some people who actually need it. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Are you actually for it or are you against it, and why do you feel the way you feel? You've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I really, really appreciate you so much. Don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I will see you on the next one. Bye.